Hey everybody, how is everyone? I'm sure you can hear me. I am Dave England, as it says right below my name. That's my name, don't wear it out. David at England Studio. If you want to get a hold of me, if you'd like to be interviewed on the show, I'm always looking for guests. Although we're kind of wrapping up this season a little bit. Next week's going to be a little different. I'll explain that a little bit later. But if you're just tuning in, this is, where is it? This way, Wine with Dave, and it is Wine O'Clock, and it's going to be Wine O'Clock for the next 60 minutes. I am drinking, what am I drinking? I'm drinking Fiddleneck. Look at that, babe. You got to pull it back so it's, can't go close. It goes out of focus. I'm drinking a Fiddleneck with an old granny glass. It's Chardonnay. It's great, by Scout and Cellar. And she was on last night. Ali Tedeschi was awesome. She was on the show before, but this is the second repeat customer. Repeat interview. But Scout and Cellar is a super cool company. Get your wine from there. It's clean and it's organic. It's vegan. It's all that stuff. It's everything you need. There's nothing added. They don't even add sugar. And yet this thing is sweet. It makes you realize, why do they add sugar in wine anyway? But anyway, that's what I'm drinking. My guest is in the green room. He's waiting. I can see him and hear him, but you guys can't. But I don't know what he's drinking. I think he said he was going to drink vodka. So we will get into that. Oh, there he is. Yeah, you can't see him, but he's got a little stemless glass. Oh, it looks like rosé. Look, he's saying it's some type of hard cider. But anyway, so it is episode 47, guys. 47. I am fast approaching the big 5-0. So I'm a creative person, and if you know anything about creative people, they're not that consistent. It's very hard to be consistent with something. We're really good at the art of the start. We start things, we kind of get busy, we're in the middle, but to wrap it up at the end, we're already like, our brain's already somewhere else. We're thinking of something else. So I've changed over the years. I'm not quite like that, but I fall into that. But man, this is a good test for me. It's a good training for the brain to be consistent like that. Episode 47, it's Wine O'Clock. Leave a comment, type in where you're from. I always love that. Let me go down to my little comment section. And yeah, Victoria Rugburn. Rugburn's in the house. Todd Manglass. I hope we get some classic Paul. Todd Manglass. Todd, his profile picture is a guitar. Let me guess, he's the guitar player for Rugburn? I don't know. Victoria Baroque says pinkish hue. So something's a pinkish hue. I don't know what that is. Matt Bebo. Hey, Beebs. Haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you, my friend. Hi, Dave. Tell me what town you're from and just type it in there. We got a lot of people listening tonight. This is the last episode of the normal kind of interview because next week is a big, big week if you haven't been following me. Let's get into the next segment, shall we? Because this is cool. And if you just here for the first time, go to the top of the page. Like me, follow me. It's really good. I like to be liked. Here we go. Ready? Did you know? Everyone loves the did you know thing. All right. Did you know there are almost 8 million possible 7-digit phone numbers per area code? Did you know that? That is crazy. Did you know the average mammal takes 21 seconds to empty its bladder? I thought you would want to know that. That's why I put that in there. Did you know McDonald's once created bubblegum flavored broccoli? Guys, this is true. I don't make these things up. It's good wine tonight. Very good wine tonight. Type in where you're from. Curious where you are. Matt Bebo's in Johnston now. Cool. Okay, ready? Chewing gum is banned in Singapore. Next time you go on vacation to Singapore, Beautiful country, but leave the Wrigleys at home. Just saying. Did you know the average U.S. household has 300,000 things in it? 300,000 things. Wow. Think about that. In 1939, there was a novel called Gadsby, Gadsby. It is the longest book ever published that doesn't contain the letter E. Did you know? I bet you didn't know. Of course you didn't know. How would you know? That's why you're watching the show. The first item sold on eBay was what? What was the first item sold on eBay? Don't look it up. That's the rule. Just guess. What do you think it would be? It's interesting. I will say that, but it makes sense, but it's interesting. That's the first interactive. Type it in if you know the answer. Just type in eBay dash in your answer. Did you know that Japan is suffering from a shortage? What is it suffering from? What are they having a shortage on? Just type in Japan and what it is. What do you think Japan has a shortage on? The longest place name in the world is 85 letters long. I believe it's a town in Iceland. There was a prehistoric dragonfly that's wings spanned more than 2 feet. That's cray-cray. As the kids say, that's cray-cray. Here's the next one, the third interactive. You ready? Bubble wrap was originally invented as what? What was bubble wrap? Santa Claus was given an official pilot's license in 1927. I bet you didn't know that. Let me move this over here. And then the last interactive question that you can guess on tonight's show, Friday night, June 5th, Einstein's brain, what happened to it when he died? You have to be very specific. What happened to Einstein's brain when he died? All right. What happened? I'm going to go through it again. Where am I? Average McDonald's chewing gum. Average. The first item sold on eBay was what? Japan is suffering from a shortage. What is it? Type in Japan. Bubble wrap was originally invented as what? And just type in brain. Einstein's brain. What happened to it? And there we go with Did You Know? That was fun, huh? And now we're going to tally all the guesses. And last night, a lot of you didn't guess. I was surprised. I think it's fun. So I'm going to say the questions again, and you guys have another opportunity. What was the first item sold on eBay? Japan has a shortage, but what is it? Bubble wrap was originally invented for what? And what happened to Einstein's brain when he died? Okay, let's add these suckers up. Let's add them up. Suzanne Bays from North Kingstown, thank you for showing up. I'm moving to your neck of the woods, Suzanne. We're North Kingstown bound. We're going to be there short. Well, actually, we just got our place in April. So, all right. Rick Greenwood says eBay, a book. Victoria Baroka, you got to tell me how to pronounce your name. And you were even on last night live, and I should have asked you. She thinks it was a book. Anybody else guessing? Nope. Those were the only 2 guesses for eBay. Well, you know what it was?
Baseball.
No one can hear you, Paul, or see you, so I don't want to talk because it looks like I'm talking to myself. But Paul said baseball. He's too lazy to type it in. He could easily type it in. He's just not going to go there. He's a drummer. Drummers will just give me the easy stuff. No, you're wrong, Paul. It's not a baseball. You know what it was? It was a broken laser pointer. The first item on eBay. Is that crazy? Broken laser pointer. All right, Japan is suffering from something. What are they suffering from? Rick Greenwood says sushi. No. They're not suffering from a sushi shortage. That's hard to say. Japan is suffering from a sushi shortage. Wow. She says she sells seashells by the suffering shortage in Japan. That is tough to say. No, that wasn't it, though. That was not it. eBay, Star Wars figure. No, we already guessed that, actually. All right, so what's Japan? No one voted. No one guessed. Rick thinks it's sushi. You know what it is? Ninja. Japan is suffering from a ninja shortage. People are just not becoming ninjas anymore. That's old hat. Crazy, huh? Ready? Bubble wrap was originally invented as what? Rick Greenwood, insulation. Interesting. Very interesting. That would make sense. That would make sense. Victoria, shell in a museum. Oh, shell in a museum. Here it is. Frank Perez. Bubble wrap was for wallpaper. Now that's really cool. That'd be really, really cool. The kids could have little kid fights in their bedroom, throw each other against the wall. All you hear is little pops. That was a good one, Frank Perez. You're a funny man, especially with the glasses on. You look like a cool guy. I bet you're a musician in that band too, huh? Well, you know what it was? And someone got it right. Someone got it right. Bubble wrap was originally invented as wallpaper. Frank Perez is right, my friend. You won. You won absolutely nothing because no one wins anything on this show. Bragging rights. Lastly, Einstein's brain. What the heck happened to Einstein's brain? Einstein was donated to science, says Rick. Matthew says brain was stolen. Who else? They were the only two that voted. Victoria says, go, Frankie. Guess who won? Matt Bebo. That's what happened to his brain. It was stolen. Now, what would you do with it? I mean, eat it? Please. That's another show. What do you do with Einstein's brain with Dave England? All right, well, that was that, huh? That was fun. That's always fun. Guess what today is? You guys know what today is? That's right. You see that big picture? Today, June 5th, is National Veggie Burger Day. Packed with flavor, protein, and nutrients, veggie burgers show up at backyard barbecues, tailgate parties, and on the menu of high-class restaurants. Like the one that's going to be on the show tonight. You can grill them, you can fry them, you can bake them. Layer all your favorite toppings like onion, tomato, lettuce, cheese, ketchup, and mustard between crusty roll or bun and take a big juicy bite. Maybe not cheese. Maybe that's not it. That's one way to celebrate this flavorful day. Don't hesitate to add your favorite side dishes too. For example, grilled cauliflower or broccoli or zucchini noodle salad or roasted vegetable salad with quinoa. I didn't write this stuff, folks. This is just given to me. It was on a website I got. So if I'm saying anything that's offensive and is not really vegan, I'm just reading off the list. You know, I don't get paid for this, so I'm just... Anyway, but that's it. Today is National Veggie Burger. Look at that sucker. That is awesome. You want to take a bite of that thing? But guess what? It's not just Veggie Burger Day. I don't know if I can play this. Can I play this? I'm going to attempt to do something. I don't know if I can do this. I'm going to try to do something I haven't done. But ready? Today, June 5th, 1956, Elvis Presley appeared on ABC TV's Milton Berle show. During the performance, Presley abruptly halted an up-tempo rendition of Hound Dog. He waved his arms, and he launched into a slow, grinding version, accentuated with energetic, exaggerated body movements. Presley's gyrations created a storm of controversy. And in that moment, in the booth, the director had to tell the cameraman, zoom in on his face. So they zoomed in from full body to just waist up. It was crazy. Do you guys want to see that video? Check this out. If I can show it. You ain't nothing but a hound dog. Yeah, you ain't nothing but a rabbit. You ain't no friend of mine. You ain't nothing but a
You ain't nothing but
The man. Yeah, the king. That was controversial, folks. You ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine. The lyrics weren't controversial, but man, when he stopped the band in the middle and took it down half tempo and swung that sucker up, Paul knows what I'm talking about. That big snare hit. You ain't nothing but... That was crazy. They had to zoom in on his belt up. They could not show his hips. See those girls, they went crazy. So yeah, that happened in 1956, today, folks. So what I want you to do, if you're a guy, just go in front of your wife and start dancing crazy. See if it's controversial. I dare you. I dare you. I dare people. Oh, let me put my wood panel back. I'm going to put my wood panel back. All right, well, we're on to the next thing. This is exciting. I've been wanting to interview this guy for a while. I heard he knows everybody. And they said he's a talker. And I'll let you decide. All right, well, next week, I do want to talk about next week really briefly. Wine with Dave is going to take a little turn. I usually have guests on every night, and it's usually, Paul Weber has Wine with Dave. Joe Fredericks has Wine with Dave. Well, next week, it's Racism has Wine with Dave every night of the week. It's a whole week devoted to racism, and I've got 5 black friends that are on from 16 to 60. So there's a teenager all the way to someone who's 60, and they're going to be on sharing their stories, their experiences. I strongly recommend you tell people about it, and not for me. This is not for me. It's for them. And these are only 5 people out of millions and millions of people who have millions of stories and experiences. But all I'm asking is you just share the heck out of this, okay? There's an event. You can RSVP for it on this page. When the show's over, just go over to the left. You'll see events. Click on it, and you'll see the event. And guaranteed someone's doing that right now, and I just lost a follower. Anyway. But share it. Just, RSVP. And that way, if you don't put in your name, just say going. And at 9 o'clock, if you completely forget about it, you'll be watching, the Tiger King. And all of a sudden your phone goes, doop. And you'll go, whoa, Wine with Dave is live in 8 minutes. Oh my gosh, that's right, Racism Week. And you won't miss it. So I appreciate you doing that specifically for them. We really need to hear the other side of the story, folks. I don't care what you think. There's nothing like sitting down listening to someone who's gone through some crazy crap. All right? That's all I'm going to say about that. Speaking of crap, my next guest, he's laughing at that. Tonight you're in for a treat. Paul Weber, along with his partner Kate, who he's been married to, I didn't know that. They opened up a plant-based eatery in historic Newport, Rhode Island. He even has a drink called Tickled Pink. He's an entrepreneur, was in the jewelry business for over 30 years. He's a drummer in a local pop funk punk band called Rugburn. And again, did I say he invented a drink called Tickled Pink? Check it out. There he is. There's the man. How's it going?
It's going great. How are you?
Good, very good. Can you keep your camera steady? Do you have that something to hold it on?
Yeah, just my hand. That's the problem.
All right, that's all right. Well, you're a drummer, so you have a steady hand, right?
Absolutely.
Is it as long as it's not in your right hand? That's your hi-hat hand, huh? That'll all be shaking.
It is. It is. But I'm gonna do my best, and you let me know when I shake it so I can unshake it.
I will. As long as you're not a percussionist where you're into maracas, and it's going to be all great. Anyway, that's a percussion drum joke thing. No one gets that, I think. So tell me, who the heck is Frank Perez? He looks like he's a funny guy.
Frank is the best. Frank is our sax player, one of our sax players. We have a bunch of sax players, or two or three.
Yep.
And Frankie's the man, along with Don Fogarty. And Frankie's bad. He is. He's a bad sax player, man.
Cool.
He can rock.
All right. Now tell me about, there's a woman. What is her name? She's very shy. Vicky. Tell me about her.
Victoria Barroca.
I'm kidding. Okay, tell me. Barroca? Barroca. Finally, someone tells me how to pronounce it.
Yeah.
Tell me about her. What is her personality like?
Well, we're fairly convinced that she's a Russian agent. And she's got the perfect cover.
Yeah.
Being in a rock band. But no, she's magnificent. She's very talented. With a great heart. And all she wants to do is help everybody. And that's why we're here. So,
that's good.
Great entertainer. Full of personality.
Yeah, that you didn't see the video, but at the very end, I kind of zoomed in on her, just like kind of stirring it up and dancing away. So that's cool. All right, we got some people saying some things here. Kim Eldridge, she's got the little cry face. Victoria Barroca, little cry face. Frank Perez, the greatest segue in history. Thank you, my friend. I work hard on those. Vicky again. Paul. Kim Eldridge, Paul. That's all they can say. They're people of few words. Kristen Taft Chase, Paulie.
So Kristen deserves a special shout out because she is in the medical field. And, she is a nurse anesthetist, if I said that correctly, and she's been doing nothing but helping people and foregoing any personal life for quite some time now. So please give her a special shout out for us. We love it.
Absolutely. We lift a glass to you.
Yes.
Lift a glass to Kristen Taft Chase. Thank you so much for putting yourself on the lines. I mean that. I have nurse relatives. That's crucial that you're doing what you're doing. Stay safe. I'm sure everyone tells you that. And then Kim Eldridge says, Vicky, shy? Not.
Not.
And now Vicky is saying, how was dinner with the boyfriend last night? Oh, she's just having a conversation on my page. You just pick up the phone and call her. Just talk.
Dave, can we tell you the first night Vicky came down to practice, how she auditioned for our band?
Absolutely. Tell us about it.
I want to hear that. So we were looking for a singer, and we put an ad on Craigslist because there wasn't as much internet then. And she sent a picture of herself on a motorcycle, slightly suggestively dressed, and we all looked and said, yeah, we should definitely get her in for an audition. And then she came in, I think she came in wearing a Hawaiian outfit with a bunch of alcohol, and she sang and danced, and then she dropped and did about 25 push-ups, and we said, you're in. And that was the end of the audition, and the rest is history.
And how long have you been in the band Rug Band? How long have they been around?
I think it's been about 14 years. Swass is on it. He'll correct me. It's been 14, 15 years, I think now. It's been, we had no idea it would ever go anywhere. We played in the basement just fooling around. And my Swass, who is Kim Eldridge, is on here. She's watching now. Her husband and I have been friends since I was 18. And we used to laugh about it. Wouldn't it be cool? Wouldn't it be cool? And then we're playing at Newport Blues Cafe, looking at each other saying, boy, that just, how did that work out? It's been great. Quite the ride.
Wow, congratulations. You're a man who does a lot of different things, a man of all seasons. But I'm going to get into the restaurant, so that's one of the big reasons we got you here. But let me just say some of these things. Kristen is saying, oh, thanks. Oh, yeah, no problem. No problem. You do put your life on the line. Kim Eldridge, big red heart. Love you, Paul, more than John does. Whoever. See, it's an in-joke. I don't get it. I don't know. Vicky says, true story.
John's my keyboard player.
There you go. All your whole
Yeah.
band's watching
True
you.
story.
So they're making sure that you're on your best behavior. All right, let's get into
Always.
Root on Broadway. You want to talk about that?
Sure. Absolutely.
So, how has COVID-19 affected your business?
Well, I mean, I think like all the restaurants, it's been a trying time. Luckily for me, I have my wife, Kate, and she is remarkable. And she just put her head down. We went and worked 7 days a week. We were closed for our first week. We were renovating the kitchen and spent a decent amount of cash not knowing that this was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And so when it was time where we could get in there and do takeout only, we went in there by ourselves and just, I mean, literally 7 days a week. And at first it was really tough and everybody was very afraid. No one wanted to come in. Little by little, it's gotten a little bit better. We were able to get that PPP loan from the government, which was actually a good thing. Trying to figure out how to make sure it's forgivable has not been easy. You need to hire an accountant and a lawyer to figure that out. But other than that, we were able to hire everybody back. And now it's about, I think it's a matter of duration. How long does this go on? Unfortunately, there will be restaurants and bars that fail. It's very difficult to operate on 50% capacity. It just doesn't work that way, especially if you have a liquor license, which we don't, because the money's made at the bar. You know, food is a difficult game. There's a lot of waste, and it's very difficult to make money unless you have a lot of volume that way. And in Newport, you're playing for the summer, and if they take the summer away, which they essentially have, they cancel Jazz Fest, Folk Fest, cruise ships. So obviously, I would think there'll be at least 30% less people there. And the numbers don't lie. I mean, not everybody knows you're there. You need a lot of people on the streets to fall into your restaurant sometimes, and it's going to hurt. But safety is the most important thing. And if we can get through this and the people that do, and I'm hoping that everyone supports those local restaurants, whether it's a gift card, whether it's a special trip, be good to the servers and give them a little bit extra tip, even though I know it's a tough time for everybody to do anything like that. But if you can, it's great. That's about where it stands. We're going to fight through it. We're going to make it.
Well, you seem really positive. I can't possibly imagine what it's like. You're all excited about this restaurant, and then all of a sudden, slapped in the face. Yeah.
We were really growing too, and that's why we redid the kitchen. We're ready to go. I'm disappointed. I really am, but I mean, you can't plan for these things, right? I mean, I'm afraid to ask what's next, but here we go, right?
Yeah. I heard there's an asteroid heading to no.
Yeah.
You got to laugh at things, right?
I mean, you just persevere.
You got to persevere. What's the most popular item on the menu? Because I really got to go there. I want to check it out.
Right. As far as drinks go, we have one called the Green Machine, which is essentially I call it a salad in a juice. So basically they take you take a little bit of lemon, a little bit of ginger, a little bit of kale, some cucumber, and we smash it all up in the juicer, and there's half of an apple as well in there, or a full apple. I think it's a full apple. She'll kill me if I don't get it right, but that's and that's the most popular drink. And I think as far as food, we do grain bowls, and we have an Ariba bowl, which is a Spanish-style bowl. It's got some black beans and some sweet potatoes and avocado, quinoa, brown rice, kale. It's super popular. Jalapenos and some onions, and people love that. A lot of people put the onions on the side or the jalapenos. People are very worried about their breath. It's very concerning. So, but they're eating healthy. Only probably 30% of the people that come in are truly vegan. The rest are probably vegetarian or just healthy eaters.
Yeah. They're just trying to. That sounds really good. That black bean salad. That's like I can almost taste it as you're describing it.
Yeah. If you come in, that's what you get. You're going to get a Green Machine and a Ariba bowl. That's what we're starting you on.
Yep. All right. So someone said a few things here. Evan Rodriguez, avocado toast.
Avocado. That's Vicky's son, and he worked at Root for last summer.
Okay.
And he is also an amazing musician and a great kid because he has a great mom. So he's
that's cool. A great mom.
Yeah.
She's not a bad mom for a Russian spy.
She's definitely a Russian spy.
Yeah.
I hope the FBI is not listening. And Vicky, if I blew your cover,
So Evan just said made like 100 a day last summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they get the employees get tips as well, so they get better than a normal salary and tips. So when you're busy, it works out very well.
That's nice. And Kim is saying Green Goddess Bowl. I guess that these are popular. These are popular things.
It's Greek.
Oh yeah. Oh, Greek.
Kimmy.
Not green.
Greek goddess.
The Green Goddess Bowl. That's got CBD oil and marijuana, right? That's the Green Goddess.
We just did add CBD. The marijuana is different. We can get that for you, but not at the store. I'm just joking. That's not true.
Eventually.
Eventually, that would be cool, but I'm not espousing it because my children might be watching. But otherwise, yeah, it's cool.
So she says the Awakening. What's the Awakening?
So the Awakening is definitely our most popular smoothie. So we take a little bit of nitro cold brew, a little bit of almond milk, a little bit of raw cacao, a little bit of peanut butter, and we blend it all up. And banana. Oh, I almost forgot the banana most part. The frozen bananas. So the smoothies need frozen bananas. That's what gives them the texture.
Yeah.
So we probably go through 40 pounds of banana a day, I would say. We get a shipment every morning of bananas, and sometimes they don't come in ripe, and that's an issue. It's a tough balancing act with bananas and avocados.
Yeah.
You have to try to get enough in where you always have enough of them ripe, because otherwise it gets difficult to serve the food. If you don't have avocados in a vegan place, you're in trouble.
Yeah, huh? I mean, that's like a staple food, that and banana and all that. All right, so I got a question for you. Vegan bacon. How the heck do you make vegan bacon?
So we tried some different things, but the best recipe we found is coconut. We use coconut. So we get organic shaped coconut,
Yeah.
and we take it. I put it in a bowl, and I love making this. It's kind of fun. We take liquid smoke, a little bit of maple syrup, and a little bit of soy sauce, and we smash it all together. And then you spread it out on the tray and put it in the oven at 350 for 6 to 10 minutes, depending on your oven. Unfortunately, usually I get a phone call and I burn it, and I have to go back and do it again, which my wife loves to just laugh at me and tell me how stupid I am when I do that. But it's okay. I do it again, because that's what we do, and we make more coconut bacon, and people love it. You wouldn't know the difference. We have a coconut bacon BLT, and when you put that on there with the vegan mayonnaise and the lettuce and tomato and toasted bread, you wouldn't know it wasn't regular bacon. It's great.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good. It's very popular.
Well, it's the meat of the coconut, so it's got the consistency. Yeah,
I like that. We might put that on the menu board.
Yeah, nice. The meat of it. Someone just said, oh, okay. So Vicky just said, Paul, can you talk about the nut milk?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Vicky's been dying for me to talk about the nut
And
milk.
hold on a second. I just forgot. I usually have a certain light off, but you can start talking about it. I'll be back in 5 seconds.
Okay. So the nut milk, because Vicky knows that I usually am not shy at all, and I love to talk. I love to hear myself. So I had to go to a meeting for I forgot what they call it. Vicky will say it on the thing for the town, the people that promote the businesses, the chamber.
Yep.
And I had a partner at the time before I was alone in this business and without my wife, and I had to give a talk, but I didn't know I had to give it till 15 to 20 minutes before. I was told late at night, so I had no time to prepare. So I made a few little crib notes, but then when I got up there, I uncharacteristically froze. And one of the questions they said was, what are you doing? And I said, well, we make this. And then I said, we make our own nut milk. And everyone in the audience just sat and stared at me, and Vicky just started bursting out laughing. And I was like, I realized what I had just said. And so now I feel like we should brand our own nut milk, but I'm not sure I can get away. Vicky, would you be the first to try the nut milk?
Yeah, she'd have to ask. I don't know. Hold on a second. I'm in another camera here. Yeah, we'd have to ask her if she would try that. So Vicky, you could just say that. Would you try nut milk?
Root brand nut milk. I mean,
That's cool.
Some places do actually make it. We did at one point, but it's a lot of work, and we go through probably 10 gallons a day at least. So it's easier to just get some almond milk, oat milk, things like that.
Right. So another question I have is your favorite part about running a vegan cafe. Tell me about that.
All right. Well, for me, it's about the people, because my wife, to be honest, is the brains behind it, and she does the lion's share of the work. I mean, I can wash dishes, I can wash the floor, I can serve, I can run the register to some degree, but I am old, and her mind works much quicker than mine does. So I think I enjoy meeting the people, and if you read our reviews, you'll see a lot of them say, "Oh, I met Paul, the owner, and he was nice," which drives my wife Kate crazy, because she's doing a lot of the work and I get a lot of the credit, because that's what I'm good at, just meeting people and talking to them, and they come back, they want to see me and they want to talk. So it's a big part of the business. It's sales and shit, and I enjoy that. I meet people from really all over the world in Newport, which is amazing. People that we meet, actors, we meet business people, people that run Fortune 500 companies come in all the time. It's great. So we really do enjoy. I enjoy that part. That's what I think is my calling. I wish I could get a little better at the rest of it, so she would have more help in that regard. I do try. She worked in a restaurant for years, and she ran a big bar, and she was highly capable. So I think for her, it's a lot easier to have 10 things going on at once. At my age, 2 or 3 things, and I start to panic a little bit, and she likes to laugh at me and let me fail a little bit and learn the hard way. That's her way. So, but that's what I enjoy, is talking to the people and building the business that way.
Well, I read an article about multitasking, and it said that the more you add to your list, you actually get stupider. They didn't say stupider, but whatever that was, because we're not built to multitask, because the way our synapses in the brain, from like an idea and how to process that idea to make it work, the more you do, it drains on the human brain, whether you're a female or male. So don't feel bad, but you're a pretty humble guy about it. And you seem to love, you love people. You got to be a people person in the restaurant world, right?
I do. I really, I was in the jewelry business, and I did get a lot of sales and get to talk to people, but nothing like this. Every day, different people and locals that come back. Honestly, our customer retention rate is extremely high. I can see it. We have the POS system has a program where it shows your retention rates of your customers, and I would be willing to bet that ours is much higher than most companies.
So I was reading,
making faces at me.
Yeah, I was reading where you were talking about the difference between ordering products for jewelry as opposed to ordering products for restaurants. What's the big difference?
Well, I mean, the jewelry, if I don't sell the food, I can eat it, so that you have a lot less waste that way. The jewelry, if you're wrong on the jewelry, or if the color is wrong, style's a little off, you just sat with it. I mean, we had stuff in my factory for 30 years that had come in a little bit wrong, and you couldn't sell the customer. So that's the primary difference. Also dealing with 6-week lag times overseas and communication barriers and things like that.
Right.
Not an easy business. There's still some of my friends that do that business, and I'm still involved. But I have to say that's, especially now, I mean, I don't know how a store could forecast 6 weeks out when they have no idea if they're even going to let people in your store at full capacity. So very risky game right now.
Right. So if anyone has any questions for Paul, just type it right in here, and I'm going to add it right there. Let's see. Let me go through the list here. Nut milk, we talked about that. Green with Envy smoothie. What's in the Green with Envy smoothie?
That you put that up there, didn't you, Kate? I think my wife said that.
So your wife is like, what do you call that? She's like a plant, right? Is she a plant? She's like asking questions she knows the answer to?
She lives to torture me. She enjoys this part, because I'll get it wrong, and then she'll tell everybody for the next 2 weeks how I didn't know what was in our smoothie, which is possible because I've had a drink. So, at this age, like you said, the synapses don't fire as quickly. So what's in that drink, Kate? Green with Envy. There's mango. I don't
want you to embarrass yourself in front of all these people. So you know what? I'm going to take that question down. And you know what? I want you to look her straight in the eye and say, you know what? Yeah, I'm a screw up, but I'm on a show. I'm on Wine with Dave. Are you?
That's right. I'm a local celebrity, and you know it, right? So I should get so mad.
So someone's asking, are you a vegan yourself?
Oh, yeah. I knew they were going to pull that one.
Well,
So,
that was Evan. Evan Rodriguez is asking
okay.
that.
So I never lied. So not about this anyway. And I was not a vegan when I started this business. Now, because I work in a vegan restaurant all day long, that's the food that's available to eat. So I'm much more of a vegan. But I'm not going to tell you that I don't have moments of weakness, and that comes mostly in the form of things like cheese, or eggs, because those were things I always loved. And it's very difficult to approximate cheese. We finally actually did find a vegan cheese. We got it in this morning, a cheddar that we're going to use on a just egg sandwich to make our breakfast offerings a little bit stronger. But it's been a difficult transition for me. It really has. I grew up in Cranston, Rhode Island, in a very Italian neighborhood, in a Jewish family where the food was terrible because Jewish people can't cook, and I can say that. So going over my Italian friend's house and discovering lasagna and meatballs and things like that was an amazing thing for me. My mother could never understand why I never came home for dinner anymore. So it's been a little bit difficult for me, but I am much closer than where I was a year ago. My wife is vegan. She's on 99% vegan. She, at 2:00 in the morning, when there's nothing else to eat, there's always Taco Bell. But other than that, yeah.
So it's very healthy, though. I mean, you've got healthy portions.
Absolutely.
And people are going there because they really want to eat well.
There's no place. Newport is a resort town, and it's all about fried fish and
it's like quick slices
beer.
of pizza, stuff like that.
Right. So we get everyone that's looking for our type of food. There's nowhere else to go. There is a couple of other places, and I will shout them out because we're all on the same team here. Sprout and Lentil does the vegan burgers and things that you were mentioning at the beginning, and I hear very good things. And there are another few places that have vegan offerings, but they're not a vegan place. So if you're looking for that, you come to us. We're also the only kosher restaurant in the entire city of Newport. So Toro Synagogue is down the street.
Wow.
And the rabbi asked me if I could do it. And because we're vegan, it's easy. There's no milk, no cheese. You would have to have 2 kitchens in a regular restaurant, which no one's going to do unless maybe you're in New York City with a huge Jewish population.
Yeah, set up 2 kitchens.
That.
Yeah.
Right. But so they all come to us, and once they find out that I'm Jewish, and it's easy, they love me, and they come back 40s in a row, so it's good.
Very good. So the word mensch, you wouldn't be mensch. A Gentile would be mensch, right?
No. A mensch is a good man that does good deeds. That's
so Jewish or non-Jewish?
My wife
matter.
is a Gentile. Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah.
So I could be a mensch. You could be a mensch.
You're a mensch. My wife is a Gentile, or what do I call you? A shishka.
Shishka.
Shit, yeah. From Jerry, you ever see the Seinfeld episode where Elaine, the rabbi's hitting on her?
No.
You never saw that? You should go back and watch. You'll get it right from there. It's very funny.
All right, skipping over to something else. What's your least favorite part? That's actually you don't want to add the word favorite in there. Really, what's your least part of running this cafe?
I think truly it's cleaning up. Because at 54 years old, I didn't realize I'd be, mopping floors and doing dishes and things like that anymore.
Yep.
I don't mind it, and I'm not afraid of the work, but it's that and trying to live up to my wife's standards. Because unless I do everything just right, I want to be as best as I, do the best I can. Because she's working so hard. I mean, she put this thing together in 4 weeks. She really did, from design to menu to pricing. I mean, I helped, and I had a lot of business experience with her, but she has an MBA. She's brilliant, and she just was able to really make this what it was. So without her, it wouldn't happen. It truly wouldn't happen.
Oh, I can't wait to meet her. We'll have to meet someday, very soon.
Yeah, she doesn't have my personality, but she's beautiful and works hard.
She doesn't have your electric personality.
No. Okay, no.
I have a question on the menus. How often should you change a menu in a vegan restaurant?
Okay,
is it as frequent as in any other restaurant?
So no, I think what I've learned is that you have to be really careful with things like menu. For one, a lot of places have these huge menus. It is nigh impossible to stock all those items, move them fast enough to keep everything fresh, and it's also confusing to the customer. So when we first started that business, the business that was there before us had a list of smoothies, 15 long, juices 15 long, and people used to sit there and I'd watch their head just, they'd spend 10 minutes looking at the menu trying to figure out what they want. The truth is, people want a green juice, a red juice, a yellow juice,
Right.
So if you can fit the right nutrients into that, it's much of an easier sell, and you don't have to stock as many products. Being in Newport also is a little bit unique because in the summer, you get different people every day, along with your regular customers, but who aren't there as much in the summer.
Right.
But they don't. To them, it's new every day. The new people that are coming into town, so it makes it a little bit easier. We have run specials, but my wife, she's a great cook, which is amazing for an Irish girl. But
Wow.
right. But it's a lot of work for her to create something where you can only make 15 to 20 servings. So the profit that you can make on that for the amount of work you're doing is difficult. I think the pastries are great. We use blush. I want to shout out to Samantha, right, Kate? Yeah, she's and I think she's opening a retail place in Pawtucket, and she's an amazing vegan baker, Blush Bakery. If anyone gets a chance, I would say they should definitely look for it. She does
Nice.
a lot of pop-ups in farmers markets, but that's been curtailed now, unfortunately. But they should definitely check her out.
So Evan Rodriguez says, what are the different ways customers pronounce acai bowl? I don't even know how to pronounce that.
We had to look it up, to be honest with you, but the proper pronunciation is acai.
Acai, okay.
Acai, it's a Brazilian berry. We get everything, acai, but that one isn't even as funny as the tickled pink, which we've had many different people come in, and some people say I'll have the tinkled pink, and I tell them if that's the case, you probably need to go to the doctor, not to the vegan restaurant. But there's a lot of that. The Ariba bowl also gets the Araba, or
Yeah.
Didn't you watch Bugs Bunny when you were a kid? Arriba, ando.
Oh yeah, absolutely. As a kid.
Right. Speedy Gonzales.
Yeah.
So,
all the Hanna-Barbera, Three Stooges, all that stuff.
That's right.
All that stuff. Hey, John Resnick says, hi, Paul Weber.
Hey, Johnny, how are you?
Kristen Taft also says, Shiksa was supposed to be Kate's new license plate.
That would have been great.
Shiksa or Shishka?
Shiksa.
Shiksa. She says, do you have outside seating? And what are the hours on the weekends now? I think you're only open for like 4 hours now? No?
Right. No, well, we just changed. We were doing 10 to 3. We went to 10 to 5, and I think we're going to go to 9 to 5. Seating is 50% occupancy, which for a small place like us is difficult. So we're basically throwing people in the corners. Today's the first day that we had anybody pretty much that ate inside. We tried to get the outdoor seating, but the town is being very difficult. So we had 3 tables out 8 feet away, but then they said that the people walking by on the sidewalk would be too close, which I understand, but they didn't keep it the same for all the restaurants, so that's a little upsetting for me.
Yeah.
They also said we could take the parking lot, but they ran out of the barriers that they put up. So half the restaurants got them, and we did not. So we're deciding whether to go to City Hall and make it into an issue. My feeling is that this might unravel in a couple of weeks if the numbers keep going down. So I'm hoping that they just keep loosening the standard and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
These guys, literally, they're building patios, throwing tables out there and next to the dumpsters in some of these places.
I know.
And seating people. It's really, and to wear a mask and have the waiter come over with a mask and pay $200 to eat a meal with paper forks and napkins it's stunning to watch. It really is.
I imagine like going some like really wealthy couple coming in and they've already got a reservation. They say, wait, why are you seating me here? We always have a table by the sewer grate. We want to eat by the dumpster. My wife and I,
right.
we're not. We eat by the dumpster.
Right.
We're getting used to that new normal.
People are so excited just to be outside that they don't care. They really
right,
don't
exactly. Care. So Rick is asking, how often does your band play out? Let's talk about music.
Okay, so the band.
Normally.
We probably play 40 times a year, I would say, on average, from everything from club gigs to weddings to charity gig. We try to do as much charity as we can.
Yep.
We've worked with Gloria Gemma to do the breast cancer. We play the VIP at the Gloria Gemma in Providence, down on across from the State House.
Yep.
We do a bunch of kids charities, things like that. We play everywhere from Newport Blues Cafe to Harborside to Blue in East Greenwich to every local guy. I can't even in Matunic at the heck is the name of
by
the
the sea.
I can't.
Oh, the one with
What's
the
name of
deck,
the
the deck in the back that overlooks the ocean.
Yeah, what's the name of the place? In Matunic. Father's Day. Ocean Mist. Yeah, Ocean Mist. We've played in Rome. We went on a trip that was paid for by a company that wanted the band to play, and we actually played in Rome and went as a band and had probably the most amazing time that a group. It was like the Monkeys out there. It was a lot of fun. Yeah,
that's cool.
So it's been quite for a cover band. And when I have to tell you, these guys, no pretensions, no egos. Everybody just loves each other. It's an amazing experience. It really is.
Man, that's cool. I got a couple more questions.
Sure.
John Resnick is wondering, how come you're not selling his coffee?
Well, tell him to come by. We use down east. If he wants to come by, he should come by and say hello. Tell him to come by and have a smoothie and sit down with me.
All right, John.
He's part of the tribe. He's always welcome.
So John owns a coffee company?
He does. John's a Cranston guy, I believe, right, John? You grew up in Western Cranston. And,
John, you heard it. You got a date.
Smart guy.
Yeah, you don't have to schlep your coffee. You can sell it right to Root on Broadway. Come on. See, you got to give me a percentage of the sales here.
That's right. That's what you should do for all the product that you connect.
Absolutely. I'm pushing product, people. Kim Eldridge, Ocean Mist. Yeah, Ocean Mist is cool.
Yeah.
Kristen Taft went, right? And she says, they rocked Rome. That's awesome. Listen, thank you so much for coming on the show. I wish you the best of luck. Any closing thoughts you want to tell people? Obviously, we want to support you.
I think one thing I want to say is, do you remember your first comment of the evening before we went live? You said it takes 21 seconds for the average man to empty his bladder. At my age, it takes a lot more. I just wanted you to be aware of that. Other than that...
I'm losing your signal. I'm losing your signal.
Oh, no. No, wait. No, I think this is great what you're doing. I think we spoke about it at the beginning. What started as a hobby is turning into something that's amazing, and you do a phenomenal job. And I think we're all going to support you, and I want you to link up on my site, and you should link up on everybody's. But I want to thank you for the opportunity.
Well, I appreciate that. I really do. And I feel like every guest I bring on, I become a friend with. So
Absolutely.
I am definitely going to go to your place. We're going to eat at Root on Broadway, my wife and I. Do you have anything like anything Mexican style, like a chimichanga or a taco that's vegan?
I think no. The Ariba Bowl is probably the closest.
The closest thing. I went to Plant City. They're
awesome.
Yeah, aren't they? Oh my God. They have. It's not a chimichanga. It's a burrito. It's a vegan burrito, and oh my gosh, is that fantastic!
We've made them as specials, and shout out to Kim Anderson. I think she's behind that Plant City, and she's amazing. She has come into Root and expressed that we're all on the same page and team there in the vegan world. So we've gotten some great support from everybody. I mean, it's been phenomenal. Those people in that business and the plant-based stick together, which is great.
That's good. Good really people. Is. Yeah, it's like a team. A&E Coffee, John Resnick. John Resnick's in the house. What's he saying? Aeroastery?
That's the name of his coffee. Yeah.
Nice.
Tell him to link. Send me a link. Tell him.
Send a link. Okay. Love you, Paul and Kate, says Kristen Chase. Let's see. Rick Greenwood. Gutsy man. Keep it the good work. Keep up the good work. Best of luck. Yeah, I wish you the best of luck. You're one of the good guys. You're not cocky. You're pretty humble. And you're a people person. You need that in the restaurant world.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
My wife and I, we go to restaurants, used to, back in, BC, before COVID.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
and we would see, like, why is she working in this restaurant? That is really bad customer service. And if I was a manager, I would just let them go and go, look, this isn't for you. But you see that and you go, whoa, it's so blaringly obvious. But you're a restaurant
Big part
guy.
of the business. It really is.
Yep. You're a people person. Thank you so much, my friend.
Well, thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
No problem. Take care, Paul.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. What a good guy, huh? That was a good guy. And my camera died. See, I keep looking up here. It's there now. I'm using my MacBook Pro camera because I am not perfect. I forgot to charge the batteries in my camera. Who'd have thunk? Oh, that's ugly. You don't want to see that. You want to see an old window. I'll move this way. Yeah, so that's crazy, huh? So I had to switch cameras. Great guy, though. I definitely want to go to Root on Broadway. And I feel bad because, man, Newport, they rely on that summer traffic. And bam, you just ripped them off. It was just, not they. I mean, it's COVID-19, but we're getting back. I think the end, we're at the beginning of the end, or the beginning of the, or the end of the beginning. I don't know how you want to call it that way. But anyway, the next, here's the next segment. Next segment is Live for 5, okay? So this is where you get to be on the show for 5 minutes, and it's already 9:57, so it's really 3 minutes. You have to just call me. There's the number right up there, right? You see that? 401-345-9036. But you have to have an iPhone and FaceTime. When you call me, I will hit the FaceTime button, and boom, it's going to be a split screen, and you're going to be over, actually, you're going to be right there, and I'm going to be right over here. And, or am I here? I don't know how you do it. But anyway, give me a call, and I will bring you on. All right, so these are just, I'm just sitting that right there, and I am just waiting for a phone call. So what can you talk about, Dave? Well, you can talk about anything. You could talk about Paul Weber. You could just say what you thought, what a great interview that was, possibly, or what a great guy he is. Or maybe you went to Root on Broadway and you want to give a live testimonial. Dude, that would be the best right now, okay? Because this video gets seen by 300, 400, 500, 600 people, and we want to boost up his business. That's the reason why I did this. So give me a call right now. I mean it. That's the name of the segment. Live for 5. You can talk for 5 minutes. I'll bring you on. All you have to do is just, and if you're a woman, don't worry. I don't have my eyeshadow on. I don't have makeup on. It's okay. If the Russian spy can come on last night, you can come on tonight. You can do it, okay? So it's a risky segment in the show because I don't know if anyone's going to call. And if they don't, I look really bad. No, I don't look bad. So I'm just waiting for anyone to call. Don't feel bad, too. Don't say, oh, my gosh, let me call because no one else is calling. If you don't feel like talking, that's fine. I'll just end at 10 o'clock, which is in a minute from now. And also, I'm looking for jokes. And I'm not going to do it tacky. I was just going to, let me turn that off. I was going to, I actually got a joke. I asked for jokes. And some people, 2 people sent me a list. Oh, we got one. Hello? Hello? Yes. I can't see you. We have a live one. Look at that. I'm FaceTiming with someone live, FaceTiming with someone who's live. There we go. What am I doing? Flipping it this way? I can't see. Oh, I just lost the call. There we are. Yes, I can see you. Let me get you to the mic.
For crying out loud, nobody nobody calls. Why
No.
do I have to call?
I know, and I did not want you to call. I don't want to talk to you. No, you're good. See what it takes, people? We're live right now. It's 10 o'clock on a Friday night, and I got my friend in California has got to call me, all right? So if he can do it, and look how horrible he looks on camera. If he can do it, you can do it. What did you think? What do you think of vegan restaurants? What do you think of Newport, like practically shutting down? Thoughts on that?
Well, that's my question. Where are you guys at with the COVID at this point? So you can meet 6 feet, that whole kind of thing? I'm not sure that.
Yeah, it's like a 6 feet thing, but I believe we're at 10 or 15 people. But what they do is they're all outside naturally, and they spread the tables out. But in Newport, room is tight.
Yeah.
Room is really tight, so you got to spread. You only have like maybe 4 tables you can kind of spread outside, and then you're literally in the street, so you can only fit like 2 or 3 people per table, 4 people.
Right.
You're talking 12 people maybe total when you could have 80 people in your restaurant. I don't know. So, but we should be approaching that 50 person mark. I think we're at the end of the end. We're starting to. Yeah, so that's good. So what's the temperature like in California right now?
It's actually cool. It's 90, but the humidity's like 10%.
And
so, go ahead.
Yeah, and so for people who don't know Rick, he is in 29 Palms, California. And it's pretty hot there. Look at the view. Guys, we're in Rhode Island or Massachusetts, Connecticut. We got people from kind of up in the New England area, but look at that view. That's good.
I don't want to rub it in, but yeah.
I know you don't.
I love Rhode Island. Trust me. Love it.
It's getting warm. It's getting warm here. All right, well, it's 10:02. I got to get my 29 Palms people to bed.
All right, guys. Have a great weekend. Thanks, Dave. Great week.
Thank you. Take care. Yeah, next week's a big one. Tell people about it. All right, bye-bye. That was great. It's my buddy Rick. He's been watching the show for a long time. He gets the award. I used to watch the Merv Griffin show, and there was an old lady that sat in the front row, and Merv used to talk about her a lot. Mrs. something. I don't know what her name was. Mrs. whatever her name was. But she was at every single Merv Griffin show ever. And then she died, and it was big news. It's like she was at every Merv Griffin show. I don't know. Look it up. It's interesting. Yeah, my camera died. I will make sure I have clean, fresh batteries for next week's show. But after this ends, which is going to end in like 20 seconds, I want you to go to the far left of the page, which is right over there, right? And I want you to click on events, and you'll see it. There's only one event there. It's Racism is Having Wine with Dave. Click on it and just say you're going. Even if you don't think you're going to go and you can only make one night, it's okay. Just click it, and you'll be dinged on your phone when I go live. And I go live 8 minutes prior to 9 o'clock. So you'll be reminded, and I just really appreciate your input. And please, please, please ask questions. Ask questions. Ask questions, because you don't get answers if you don't ask questions. My mother always used to say, pick their brain. That was her famous quote. She would tell me that all the time. David, pick their brain. And what that meant is anyone you meet, pick their brain. Ask them questions. That's probably why I'm doing this live show, believe it or not, because I'm just interested in people. At a very early age, my mom said that. So I've become a learning sponge, and I got to thank my mom for that. And I miss her a lot. She's a great woman. Pick their brain. So pick the brain of the guest next week, and you guys have a great night. Victoria Barocca, great show. Thank you. Matthew Bebo, thank you so much for watching. Tune in next week. It's going to be radically different. And by the way, it's going to be all in black and white. There's no color. I'm removing the color from the live feed. It's going to be a black and white episode every night of the week. And good night. Take care. Stay safe. Everyone has an expiration date. Treat everyone as fresh as you can.